The National Collegiate Athletic Association, otherwise known as the NCAA, is a nonprofit association which regulates athletes and athletic programs at the biggest universities across the nation with members like Harvard, UT Austin, Baylor, and our own, the University of Texas at El Paso, amongst many more. The NCAA is in charge of the organization of the biggest events in collegiate sports like the BCS National Championship, the Rose Bowl, the Sun Bowl, and March Madness, to name a few, the latter of which made close to $1 billion in revenue from the 2014 edition of March Madness alone. Although there is nothing wrong with making revenue through these type of events, it is rather unsettling to many to learn that the student athletes do not receive a single penny of this money. Public outcry over the issue reached a national scale after former UConn star point guard Shabazz Napier had this to say after UConn's victory in the 2014 national championship.
We're definitely best to get a scholarship to our universities, but at the end of the day, that doesn't cover everything. We do have hungry nights that we don't have enough money to get food, and like I said, there's hungry nights where I'm not able to eat, and but I still got to play up to my capabilities, and sometimes it's that way.
Crowds of people gather religiously every weekend to watch their favorite student athletes compete. We stand in long lines for sometimes hours on end to simply buy a ticket to see the big game against our big rivals. Hundreds if not thousands wear the jersey with their favorite student athlete's number on the back. Hundreds of dollars are spent on gear, posters, and other memorabilia related to a certain student athlete. Yet these student athletes will never get to see a penny of that hard-earned money. Everyone loves them, everyone watches them on TV, we adore them, we idolize them, but yet we do not let them benefit from their hard work. During March Madness, millions neglect their job, school, and even family just to watch student athletes give their heart out for a national championship. How can collegiate sports be such a national phenomenon in which millions of people follow every snap, every shot, every play of the season, yet the student athletes who are the foundation of this billion-dollar industry get nothing in return? We set out in search of the opinion of some of the best student athletes at the University of Texas at El Paso. The following interviewees preferred to have their name and or face concealed. We asked them the following questions.
For me, obviously, life would be easier if I was paid as an Ncaa athlete. And so, myself, I would think it'd be cool to be paid, but do I think it's necessary? No. As athletes, we get plenty of places to provide for us and plenty of opportunities for help. And so we don't need that money, but obviously I think it'd be nice.
I think they should be paid because it's pretty much a full-time job for us athletes with school and having to deal with sports and the constant traveling and never being around, I guess, and not having a job. So yeah, I think it is necessary for them to be paid.
For me, I grew up in a household where my family loves me and everything, but not everything was just given to me. Here, it seems like the players are given a lot of things, and so I don't think that there need to be any changes. Most of the players are spoiled beyond what they even know, and so I don't think that any changes need to be made.
Well, I think they should be paid because, going back to that first question, like you said, I think it'd just be important for those student athletes because some schools, I'm not gonna say names, but some schools don't get paid. Some schools don't give their players enough money, I think. So, and that's what I think being treated.
Although there is still some debate, even among student athletes themselves, someone who is certain about their stance is Mark Emmert, president of the NCAA, who stated the following when asked about the issue.
The idea of athletes being paid, do you think that will ever happen at the NCAA level?
No, it will not happen, not while I'm president of the NCAA. And there's not even a salary to debate. They're not employees, they're students.
Dr. Emmert's refusal to acknowledge and pay student athletes for their hard work is very troubling, especially since the student athletes who are the foundation and the face of the association itself are exploited for their services. It is rather hypocritical that the president of the NCAA, a quote-unquote nonprofit association, makes over $1.5 million per year in salary. and the average salary for football coaches and basketball coaches alike is over $1.5 million per year, yet the players make absolutely nothing. The only solution to this problem would have to be in accordance with Title IX, which states, quote, "No person in the U.S. shall on the basis of sex be excluded from participation, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance," unquote. This means that payment cannot be exclusive for a certain sport, but instead it must benefit everyone equally. A stipend or a fixed regular sum paid as a salary or allowance should be given to every Division I athlete, an equal amount for all athletes regardless of school, sport, or gender. Although as students there is little we can do to help, our greatest hope of impact is through awareness and support. Let us support our student athletes in hopes that they will get what they greatly deserve.